Hi everyone, welcome to Storytime. My name is Helen and I work at Miltown Library. Today I'd like to read you this story called I Won't Go to China. This book was written by Enda Whyley, illustrated by Marie Thorhague of the Cartoon Saloon and printed by O'Brien Press. Chang Ming was delighted. He had been chosen to play on the school football team against their great rivals Grove School in a few weeks. He couldn't wait to tell his mum and dad. But their faces fell. Chang Ming, said his mother, Mei Lee. We will be in China then. Don't you remember? Chang Ming was going on his first ever visit to his grandma in China for the Chinese New Year. No, I can't go. I must play for the school. But we have the plane tickets and Grandma is expecting us, said his dad, Teo. Suddenly, Chang Ming was the unhappiest boy around. I won't go to China, he said. After that, Chang Ming decided he hated being Chinese. My name's silly, he told his mother next day after school. Wang Chang Ming. What kind of a name is that? He said. I hate when the teacher puts Wang first. That's my last name. It should be last. But that's how it is in Chinese, his mum sighed. I know, but the others don't have their second names coming first. It's stupid. Mei Lee shook her head. She looked sad. She was very proud of being Chinese. She and Teo had moved to Ireland from China. When their little son was born, a full moon shone brightly in the night sky. Look, said Teo, our baby's special moon. They called him Chang Ming because the name means forever bright. Just like that beautiful moon, Mei Lee said. But Chang Ming didn't want to be called forever bright. He wanted to be called Connor or Barry or Jack, something normal. And I'm not going to talk to Grandma when she rings, Chang Ming said, even if she is calling all the way from China. Chang Ming's grandmother lived in Beijing. She rang every month. She had never seen Chang Ming except in photographs. Mei Lee sent her photographs every few months, so Grandma knew all about Chang Ming. Chang Ming knew all about his grandmother too, and the family had lots of photographs of her. He could talk to her on the phone because Chang Ming could speak Chinese. That's what they spoke at home. Anyway, why should I care about someone I have never met? Chang Ming said to his parents next day. Chang Ming, you must honour your grandmother, his father said. She's old and wise. She knows lots of things you don't know yet. Chang Ming didn't know what to say to that. But it's a great honour to play for the school, he said finally. The teacher said that to the whole class. Poor Chang Ming, he was so sad. His parents were sad too. They were thrilled that their boy had been chosen for the team, but they couldn't change their plane tickets, and Grandma had been looking forward to their visit for ages. They couldn't disappoint her. I know you're disappointed, Chang Ming, said his father, but a trip to China has to be more exciting than a football match. More exciting than a football match? This football match was the most important thing in the whole world. I won't go to China, Chang Ming said. I'm staying here. Mei Lee decided the best thing to do was to talk to Chang Ming's teacher, Mrs. Pepper, one day after school. His mother tried to explain to Mrs. Pepper that Chang Ming was unhappy. He really wanted to play for the school. He did not want to go to see his grandmother in China. He was very troublesome at home. She was very upset, but they could not change their plans. The teacher listened. Poor Chang Ming, Mrs. Pepper said finally, but I think I may be able to help. In my class, we love to talk about how people live in different places, she explained. Ravati is from India, and her mum came in and cooked an Indian curry for us. It was delicious. Roshin's father is from the Aran Islands, and he played the tin whistle for us. The children loved it. Now they all want to learn to play it. Oh, said Maylie, I did not know. Now, Mrs. Pepper said, please make sure Chang Ming is late tomorrow morning. Mei Lee was delighted. The teacher would help. Her little boy would be happy again. She sang all the way home, and at dinner when Chang Ming wouldn't eat his noodles and demanded pizza, she just laughed. The next day, Chang Ming was late for school, and when he got there, everyone was delighted to see him. Chang Ming, announced Mrs. Pepper, you have a very special task. You must do it for the whole class. Isn't that right, children? They all agreed. Now, she explained, you were chosen to represent the school in the football match, but you will be in China. Chang Ming hung his head. So, said Mrs. Pepper, you must represent the school in China instead. You will arrive just in time for the Chinese New Year. It takes place at the start of February this year and is very different from our New Year. We want to know all about it, so we are giving you this and this. She held out two things, the school camera and a large notebook. It was a very special notebook. It had a red cloth cover. This is for your report, she explained. You must take photos of everything and write as much as you can in the notebook. Then, when you come back, I want you to show us every single thing you saw and tell us about it. We will have a whole day set aside to learn about Chinese New Year, and you, Changming, will be our expert reporter. The class cheered. Changming was thrilled. He would do a very good job, he knew. He would take wonderful photos and he would write down all the things he saw. The teacher said that this work was very important as the football match. She said she hoped he would be chosen to play in the next match. She said he was lucky because maybe he could do both jobs. She smiled, and finally Chang Ming smiled too. He would be the best expert reporter ever.